Hey guys, how you doing? Robbie, a bag for your Buck RC Reviews. The HB Toys ZP1000. I think this is a 1009. I did a few updates. I think if you go back in my archives in the videos, this thing had spring shocks. It was very heavily sprung. It didn't have very much articulation. And we did put some oil shocks on there. And these oil shocks should help quite a bit with articulation. It does hit at its maximum vertical position. It does rub against the fenders, but it is still better. And the other mod I made, I don't know if you guys can see that notch. It's a steering linkage. It was running into this steering hub. So I ended up just notching that, give it some room so it has ample space. I did it on this side too. Has ample space to turn, so it has a better turning radius. And we're just gonna go and test it out. I've been waiting for a while to do this. Last video you saw, I kind of smoked my servo because I guess everything is electronics are waterproof, but the servo is not 100% waterproof, and I guess I went and put it underwater just a little too long. So I ordered another one. Next time, if this happens again, I'll probably just get a Hobby Wing ESC and then put a fully waterproof servo on it. So yeah, we're gonna go and check this out and give it a crawl. We probably won't do a lot of water because the water is moving rather fast, but we'll give it a little trail run.
All right, we get the ZP1009. This is a new remake from HB Toys. Back in June or July, I think it was, I had tested this truck with my son out on the trails. If you guys want to go take a look at the video archives, you can check that video out, and then you can watch this video if you like. A few mods, like I said I had done, put a notch in the steering knuckles, so this way the turning radius could go full left and full right. It's a lot better than what it was. It's still not the best, but it's a lot better. It's an improvement. And I also got some oil fill shocks off of Amazon. Really nice little shocks. They're actually for 1/18 scale vehicles. I think they're like 65 or 70 millimeters. Nothing too big. Anything bigger wouldn't fit. I had some other ones to try. I think they were 72 millimeters, 80 millimeters. They wouldn't fit on this truck. So the diameter of the springs was too big. So I had to go with these smaller 1/18 scale, big for 1/18 scale, but for this truck they worked out good, and you get plenty of articulation. So figured I'd take it down this trail here. Very, very leafy, very soft soil. As you can see, we get the stream right here going pretty full rip. I want to be careful not to, I want to be really careful not to fall in, because I don't think I would see my little HB Toys truck again. So I'm going to be cautious and try to stay a little bit further away from the edge. Yeah, and the last run I did with it back in July on video, I had burnt out the servo. And I didn't think I had gone through any deep water, but apparently I did. I mean, looking at where the servo is in the front, it is kind of on the low side. Probably got it wet enough. I mean, they say it's splash proof. You know, to what degree, I don't know. It didn't list the IPX rating on it. So I ended up and it's a 5-wire servo. I ended up ordering a new one from HB Toys, and another 5-wire servo. But the next time I probably will get a 3-wire servo, and I'll probably get a new Hobbywing ESC. This truck, I gotta tell you, man, I'm wicked impressed with it. It is so smooth. The motor, the mesh, the electronics, you don't even hear this thing. It's so silent, and this is one of the things that I really love about this. Really, I'm glad that I got it, because it's impressive. Like I said, not a full-on rock crawler. As you can see, it does struggle in some rocks, but light duty does pretty good. And for any trail situation that you're on, you probably, if you have the right tires and stuff, you're probably going to be running awesome on the trail. So, but this does get through the pretty gnarly rocks and stuff. Sometimes, you have to give it a little more throttle to get over stuff. But it does have really good low-speed modulation even. It's just, the tires are not super grippy. They're okay, but they're more of a trail tire than a rock tire. So, so we're not too far from home over here, a few miles up the road. We get this old mill that used to be here, and stream running behind it. And so I figured I'd go and take a look and see how the crawling was over here and stuff. And there's plenty of it to do. Probably stuff, the obstacles here are probably better for more rock crawler oriented vehicles, but this one does all right. I am really impressed with it. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments of these HB Toy trucks. They had the first generation ones that were out just last year, and a few years before that. They also make now they redesigned this one, reconfigured it a little bit. It's supposedly better, and I think it is. I didn't have the old one, but it seems to be really good. And you guys, let me know what you think. If maybe one of you guys has one of these, the old version or the new version, let me know what you think. They make an FJ Land Cruiser model. They make a Land Rover, and they make this one right here. Whoops, I think I tipped over there. Don't want to tip over and roll down that hill, because if I do, I'll be in the there's no rescue boat that's going to save this truck. So I got to be careful that this thing doesn't roll downhill and into the stream. That would suck. But anyway, guys, let me know how you liked the video. Congratulations to Accessible RC for winning the HBX Truggy. Totally thank all of you guys for your support. I was hoping that there was going to be actually more people in the giveaway drawing, but I guess there was only 3. Kind of surprised me. 3 vehicles. Yeah, we're getting into some bigger rocks over here. I'm gonna try to tackle a couple of them, but this stuff is for the big boys. Not really made for the 1/12 scale HB Toys. That's another thing. They scale this at 1/10 scale. It's more 1/12 scale, I would say. More than it is a 1/10 scale. I have a couple of 1/10 scale crawlers, and this is very much smaller. Now I brought this over to a little reservoir up ahead that dumps into that stream. There's a nice little rock bed over here on the beach. So I figured I'd see if I can get through this. They're pretty gnarly, and it is getting dark, so there's not much longer to this video. But overall, I really like this. I love the lights, tail lights, the headlights. You can turn them off. You got a switch to turn them off. You can just keep the lights off if you choose to. And you know, really smooth running truck, even on the rocks. And it's a beautiful area to do so. Maybe next time we'll see if we can find a little bit of combination of everything, little mud, some trails, roots, rocks. Try to find a better trail. Maybe by then there'll be some snow. We'll see how it does in the snow. If you guys would like to see that, let me know in the comments. I can make that possible. Boy, these rocks. It's a good workout for the servo. Seems to be up to the task though, even though it's a 5-wire servo. It's a pretty decent size. Not sure how many kilograms it is. My guess is probably right around 17 or so. They didn't list it when I ordered it. They didn't say how, you know, they didn't give any specs on it or anything like that. Another thing that's really cool on this truck is when you go to pick it up and carry it, it has handles under the bumper, so you can actually grab it from the handles. Yeah, we're winding down on this video here. Oh yeah, I see that little opening between the trees here. There's 4 trees. I'm gonna see if I can squeeze in there. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. And yeah, we're gonna try to head back to my truck. It was a nice little run. I just wanted to test those upgrades that I had done. This thing doesn't really need much. I imagine with a Hobby Wing ESC it would probably be even smoother, but for really what it is and what you pay for these, they're really good deals. I'll leave a link in the description on where I got this one, so if anybody's interested, you can check it out. I was going to try to get through these trees right here really tight, and then all of a sudden you get the blinking lights here. You'll see my battery is dead. Alright guys, that is the end of the video. I thank you guys for watching. Take care as always. Happy holidays to everybody. Good night.